welcome Professor Chaudhary Sharwar Jahan, sir. Please grace this session with your magnificent presentations. And sir is one of our resource person, Professor Chaudhary from Rajshahi University, Bangladesh, is ex-pro vice chancellor of the same university. His expertise in on hydrogeology, hydrogeochemical baseline study, groundwater modeling, flood modeling, and hydrogeochemistry, and a lot of things. So his endless list is there. We have found just Google research database, scientific database shows he has almost more than 90 published research article. And yes, we are very much fortunate, sir, to get you in this platform. Now, platform is to you, handed over to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Do you listen me?
Yes, sir. And sir, sorry to interrupt. We have 10 speakers, so all the speakers will going to get 8 minutes for presentations till now, as per the schedule, and 2 minutes for question and answer. They can give their questions in a mass chat box. And sir, resource persons, may I kindly request you to wind up by 15 minutes, as we are already turning late. Yes, sir. Now platform is
yourself.
Professor Chaudhary, can you please go using the presentation mode?
Also, I think you need to unmute your microphone. We are not hearing. We are not hearing you.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, but I'm talking
Yeah,
about
Professor Chaudhary is not audible.
Professor Chaudhary, are you hearing us? Hello.
May I request to host kindly unmute Professor Sarwar Jahan? As I am not host, so I cannot unmute him. May I request to host Department of Geography kindly unmute Professor Sarwar Jahan?
And we can go for next. We are running short of time.
Okay, but sir is waiting. Just 1 minute. Is there anybody from Rampurhat College?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, please unmute Professor Sarwar Jahan. And you can make me as a host for resolve the issues if something coming out in future.
Ma'am, check. You are host now.
Maybe now it is okay.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, Professor Sarwar
And
Jahan.
do you watching my slides?
Sir, can you please make it in presentation mode?
Presentation mode.
Right. Yes, it was there, sir, at the below.
Okay.
Till now, it's not
It
coming.
is also
Sir, can you go to slideshow at the top bar?
I'm going, but it is not working actually because from your side it is creating some problem.
In slideshow.
Can you once, sir, log out and log in again? I think some technical issue will be there.
Okay,
You first log out and log in again.
Okay.
Yeah. So by that time, may we go to Professor Dr. Mehboob Sahana? Dr. Mehboob Sahana, are you there? I think Dr. Mehboob Sahana is not here. We can't even I could not able to make him contact. So we can wait for Professor Jahan to join again. So by the time we can just introduce our chair, co-chair, Professor chaired by Professor Jiba Raj Pokhrel. Professor Jiba Raj Pokhrel and Professor Jiba Raj Pokhrel is a graduate of Architecture Conservation from the University of York, UK, and is a retired professor of the Institute of Engineering, a former Vice Chancellor and academician of Nepal Academy of Science and Technology. Professor Pokhrel has a decades long of experience in teaching, research, designing, technology development, and leading higher education institutions and professional organizations. He has contributed to the designing of the Maya Devi Temple in Lumbini, conservation of Hari Bhavan, Jaya Bageswari Temple, and Chapagaon site, and the development of an action plan of Shama Singha Dattaraya corridor of Bhaktapur. Professor Pokhrel has developed fire-resistant thatch roofing technology and indigenous landslide prevention method. He has supervision of several master's and PhD theses and dozens of scientific and popular publications. So, and we have co-chair person, Dr. Raju Thapa. He is a General Secretary, MCDM, National Center for Disaster Management. Raju Thapa is a practitioner lawyer with wide-ranging academic degrees and expertise in different areas such as disaster management, conflict management, and human rights. He holds a PhD degree in inclusive disaster management and has a triple master's degree in peace, conflict, and development studies, and then political science and human rights in duties education. Sir has served as a research fellow in Tribhuvan University, SINAS. He is also an alumnus of Queensland University of Technology in Inclusive Disaster Management. Dr. Thapa is an awardee of Australia Awards in 2018. We have another co-chair, Dr. Bhupen Burman, from Assistant Professor, Tufanganj Mahavidyalaya, Geography. He has doctorate in philosophy and geography. His works mostly on geography. He has worked with Rainforest Alliances and UNEP global funded project on Darjeeling Himalayan region. So welcome again to all of you. I hope Professor Chaudhary has resolved the issues, and we forward to hear him.
Now it is visible.
Absolutely fine, sir.
Thank you very much. My welcome again to my this lecture. It is the tragic causes of the dairy gender danger 2024 flood in the eastern Bangladesh and Tripura, India. And Bangladesh, you know that climate variability in Bangladesh, especially in the Ganges Delta, is very much severe. And Ganges Delta, when we will think about the Ganges Delta, it is ranked as the climate risk index 7 globally, most affected country in during the period of 2019. And this vulnerability accelerates due to its geographical position and socio-economic condition. And the climate change effect, as we mentioned in the World Bank, that drought and heat wave in the northeastern part and especially northern part, and flood and flash flood in the central and northeastern part, and storm surge and cyclone in the coastal area. And especially the major challenge of climate change due to global warming is the hindrance of its agricultural development of the country, because country is agriculture developed countries, and it is the success of poverty reduction of this country is mainly depend on its agricultural productivity, and which will help us to achieve the sustainable development goal by 2030. It is the flood affected area in 2024. It was the devastating flood in this region in Bangladesh and eastern India, that is the Tripura state of India. And here we are observing that is the Ganges floodplain. It is the Brahmaputra river floodplain is here, and also the Meghna river floodplain. And this flood happened especially in the Meghna river floodplain, in the surrounding area of Meghna river floodplain in eastern part of Bangladesh. And these are the areas which are badly affected by this flood in Bangladesh and in Tripura state, India. And there is a social media coverage was there, but naturally it happens like that. But some media in Bangladesh, they accuse the release of water from Dambut Dam built on the Gomti River in the Tripura state. They accuse that dam release of dam water from that dam. That was the main question. And when we'll talk about the Dambut Dam was constructed in 1974. It is a pilgrim place upon the Gomti River. It is 3 kilometers away from the Dambut Lake in Tripura. And the lake water or the river water through Gomti River flows southward through Tripura and Bangladesh and join in the Meghna River. But the main objective and the aims of this present study is the examination of facts behind the flood 2024 in present year in eastern Bangladesh, and which was the less susceptible to flooding since construction of Dambut Dam, because Dambut Dam constructed in last 35 years ago. That's why there was no flood within this 35 years. Last 35 years, but in this year, Petulson or in this region, we have faced the devastating flood. What is the reason? That's to gain a deeper understanding of the geography, river system, drainage infrastructure, weather pattern, climate change effect, all these aspects we have considered during our study. What is the reason for this type of flood? Because some media or peoples in Bangladesh, have some doubt that Dambut Dam is responsible for this type of flood. But what is the actual cause? We are trying to find out. And it is a demand of time for huge debate that evaluation of the tragic cause of danger flood in 2024 in Bangladesh and Tripura. And climate and geography of Bangladesh, when we will consider, first of all, it is a moderate warm weather in that area, that eastern part of Bangladesh in summer, and also the moderate cold in winter. In monsoon season, some south and monsoon wind enter into Bangladesh from south and moves towards the southeast. And the seasonal wind pattern brings heavy rainfall affecting eastern and central part of the country, and humid air from Bay of Bengal in rainy season with an average 2,200 millimeter of rainfall, causing flood in this area. And geography of this Tripura, when we will consider, it is a mountainous area, and it has the
সারোয়ার জাহান
mean sea level of 1,000.
সারোয়ার জাহান তুমি এই তো নাকি কতদূর ভাই তোমার মেস
Professor, it is a request to all of you, kindly unmute yourself.
দেখলি
Me need to unmute. I have unmuted.
No, sir. Others are already unmuted and it's making noise. So this is a kind request to all of you.
রাঙামাটি যেতে হবে
Unmute yourself. Mute yourself.
Yeah, person, please mute
এটা
yourself.
Can I continue?
Yes,
After
sir.
that, you
Sorry
further.
to
Can
interrupt.
you
And
mute
the
yourself?
second thing is that the 15 rivers that are flowing from the hilly region of Tripura, some of the 15 rivers like the Gomti, Dakatia, then Mohori, Feni, and so many rivers are there. And the important thing is that the high rainfall in hilly region of Tripura state flows as runoff water and towards the Bay of Bengal, causing the flash flood in this region. And another important thing is that high and low tide from the Bay of Bengal, it is also accelerating the prolonged flood in Meghna River Basin in Bangladesh. It has some direct effect on the Meghna River Basin. And I will use some terminology here. Due to shortage of time, I will just skip all these things. But Julian oscillation or El Nino La Nina effect is very severe during this flood situation, what we have studied. And Julian oscillation, it is subseasonal atmospheric irregularities was there and influence location of and magnitude of the tropical precipitation. It is dominated by eastward spread of Indian and Pacific Ocean with enhanced and suppressed tropical wind, rainfall, cloud, and pressure. And there is a Julian oscillation phenomenon is here, and it acts as just dipole phases. One is the enhanced rainfall, there is a convection, and more cloudiness is here, and rainfall and storminess is there, and suppressed zone is more sunlight and dry. That's why when we will face the El Nino La Nina effect, one phase we will face the cloudiness and rainfall, severe rainfall. Another phase suppressed zone, we will face some sunlight and dryness. And El Nino Southern Oscillation ENSO cycle, it is also characterized by the sea surface temperature in equatorial Pacific. And it is two phases also, the El Nino, that is the Central Pacific and Indian Ocean, is a convection travels from eastward. And La Nino, there is a Western Pacific and Indian Ocean, it is a convection anomalies hardly reach there. That's why there is a positive anomaly in the El Nino, and negative sea surface temperature SST linked with the La Nina cooling phases. Easterly wind become heavier, and there is a definitely a neutral phases there. And Oceanic Nino Index (ONI), it is very much important because ONI represents when El Nino effect will observe. There is a ONI Oceanic Nino Index will be plus 0.5, and La Nino phase it will the value will be 0.5 minus 0.5. That's why jet stream is another phenomenon. This thin band of powerful air current move from the west to east around the world usually travel at average speed of 110 miles per hour, with significant temperature difference between the warm and cold air must prevail 5 to 9 miles above the Earth's surface in the middle of the uppermost Earth atmospheric layer where we are breathe. There is the climate scenario of Bangladesh, and Southern Oscillation Index (OSI). It is a El Nino La Nino event from the Pacific Ocean that is exist here, and high negative strong El Nino brings dry and drought condition, and high positive strong La Nino leads to wet condition with deep flooding. And in this year, we are in the beginning of the year, I will mention in detail in some slides that we are facing some strong El Nino and La Nina effect. That is the drought condition as well as followed by the wet flooding condition. And south. Please, please, I'm facing some problem here.
Sorry, sir.
Here.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir, please.
Hello.
Sir, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes, Professor, we can hear you.
You are audible, sir.
Hello.
Sir, you are audible.
Hello. Hello. Hello, chair. Hello, chair. Hello, chair.
Yes, we can
Hello,
listen to you.
chair.
We can hear you, sir.
Hello,
You can.
chair.
Yes,
Hello,
we can.
chair.
We
Hello,
can listen
chair.
to you.
Hello.
I think sir is facing some technical issue.
Hello, chair.
He's not able to hear the voice.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
It seems.
Could you go forward with your presentation?
Hello.
Because we have been hearing you very nicely.
Yes, sir. Please carry.
Hello.
Sir, please carry on with your presentation.
Hello.
Can anybody message sir on WhatsApp or?
Yes, I'll do it.
Hello. Hello. Some extra sound is disturbing.
I request every participant to please mute yourself.
Oh, okay. Continue. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm facing some unavoidable unavoidable sound from here, but South Asian here is in the Ganges Delta. Southern Oscillation Index. It is a El Nino and La Nina event is there, and high negative is strong El Nino. It is a dry and drought, and high positive it is a wet condition. And for example, catastrophic flood in 1998 began as a strong El Nino year and ended with the strong El Nino event causing severe flooding. There is a flood hazard in August 2024 in eastern part of Bangladesh and Tripura. Here is the oceanic Nino index when we will consider 1980 to 2024. Then we will observe that in 1992 and 93, 1997 and 98, and 2015 to 2016, and 2023 and 24, that is in this year, it is the oceanic Nino index values exceed the 2. That is the extreme weather condition from this region, and ONI collected from NOAA. There is a very much important that in this year we are observing NOAA data that it is a very there is a very much there was a very much possibility for oceanic Nino index value for 1980 to 2004 year duration, and global scenario of ONI. It is observed, as I have mentioned, that here I have already mentioned that in Bangladesh portion, or in the eastern part of Bangladesh, in Ganges Delta, we have faced the problem like that, the El Nino and La Nino. That is, the El Nino year is mentioned by the red zone, and La Nino phase is the blue zone. That is from 2022 to 2024. We have observed that there is a switching of El Nino and La Nino to El Nino effect, and now in the month of October and November, in this month, we are observing the neutral phase. That is, it is started in 2024 with strong El Nino, and then according to World Meteorological Organization, in the 3rd June 2024, switched back to La Nino, and switch back to the La Nino condition. And the relationship in the climatic index of Bangladesh, when it is observed that the southern oscillation index, it crosses the line 7, then there is a disaster will be there, and it represents the La Nino condition. And it is El Nino condition is also prevailing here in some of the years. And strong El Nino, it is more than 7, and La Nino, it is more than less than 7. And August 2024, this year, experienced La Nino event resulting severe flooding in eastern part of Bangladesh and Tripura states. And here is a progress of MJO, median Julian oscillation, traveling around the world. Red line for July, and green line for Indian Ocean. It was very much active in MJO, median Julian oscillation, and from in the blue line, it is in the September. Blue line is for September, and median Julian oscillation active over the Indian Ocean, especially in the Bay of Bengal, in that 16 to 22 August in 2024, caused one moist air to move towards the coast. And movement of monsoon low pressure zone, it is during the 16 to 22 August in the Bay of Bengal and eastern Bangladesh and Tripura state. There is a state of movement. These are all the different from the different slides. We are observing that in 16 August, when the flood started, that started from here, and in 17 August it moved towards the Bangladesh and Tripura portion. In 18 August it moves towards the Bangladesh, major part of Bangladesh, and in 19 August it became located here, and then Then in 20 August, it was spread over the whole country, in eastern part of country. And 21 August also it was spreaded. And in 22 August, it left the place. And in 23, it left there and took the position in the Bay of Bengal. And so the flood occurred in 19 to 20 cloud busting condition 19 to 22 August, and torrential rainfall amount in that days, that is for 3 days, that is August 19 to 21, 2024. There is a Bangladesh, Kumilla, Feni, Noakhali. There is a huge amount of rainfall was there, and also the Tripura state, Gomti and Agartala, it is also prevail a huge amount of rainfall. And this rainfall amount suppress unusual rainfall in month of August in long run. And there is a schematic presentation of the 1 year moved from this year. Full moon condition prevail in that condition. Dambur Lake is here and Dambur Dam is here. And there is a cloud busting condition here and jet stream prevail in that condition. There's all these factors all together. They created the flood. And in conclusion, I can tell that a high intensity rainfall was there due to ENSO, median Julian oscillation was there, jet stream was there, low pressure system was there, and full moon condition was there. That's why hinders the drainage outlet, and all these factors, a combination of all these factors, heavily rainfall leading to severe and unprecedented flooding in eastern part of Bangladesh and Tripura. And this is the important thing is, in conclusion, I can, water release from Dambur Dam is not solely responsible for tragic causes of widespread flooding. Additional water from emergency gate of Dambur Dam enter into Bangladesh via Gomti River, insignificant compared to scale of current flood. Besides Gomti River, other than 14 rivers flowing from Tripura into Bangladesh, carrying substantial mountain runoff during the flood, not related to opening of the emergency gate. And so, lack of communication from India regarding the sudden run of water hindered the flood management effect in Bangladesh, despite the automatic opening of the two emergency gates. So, finally, international water law mandates upstream country to inform the downstream country, which can be achieved throughout the enhanced and hydro diplomacy with India, and peoples in Bangladesh expect fair and credible process. These are the acknowledgement, and there is the thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Jahan.
Yeah, do you listen me?
Yeah, we can hear you. So thank you so much, Professor. It was an outstanding presentations and informative presentation. The topic on burning issues and very problematic issues which Bangladesh and adjacent Indian territories are facing. We have seen a lot of in worldwide wind circulation, how it's affecting this weather tragic phenomena. So thank you so much again, sir, for this presentations and given your valuable time. So, Professor Jiba, may we go further?
Yes, we should go further. And you said that
Thank
every
you.
speaker is given
Thank
8
you.
minutes time.
But
So I
I
think we have to
feel
strict
some
on time, otherwise we'll not
disturbance
be able to
due to
complete,
extra sound here.
So
Yeah.
I know what is the mechanism here.
So, Professor Jahan, you can
Thank you.
stop
Thank
your presentation, please. Yeah. Okay. With your suggestions, we will go to Dr. Sahana. Are you there? So, Professor Sahana, are you there, Mehboob Sahana? Dr. Mehboob Sahana? Actually, I could not find from here. So, I guess Professor Dr. Sahana is absent. We shall proceed for our presentations with speakers. May I request our rapporteur, Mr. Subrata Maiti, kindly note down and make a gist of all the presentations will be present in this session. So let me give a glimpse of the speakers. We have 10 speakers in this session, and may I request you all to kindly wind it up within 6 minutes and 2 minutes for question and answer. Now we have speakers here, Dr. Mohammad Suhail Mir. Whose name I'm going to announce? Could you please raise your hand and please make your video online so that we can see how many of you are here?
Yeah, this is Dr. Mohammed Saeed Meeting.
Thank you so much, sir. So can you, sir, put on your video, please, so that we can have a screenshot as well at the beginning. Mr. Mrinal Kanti Roy, are you there? Dr. P.C. Lalrindikar.
Yes,
Doctor,
ma'am. Here.
okay, please, yeah, thank you. Mr. Abdulaziz. Mr. Abdulaziz Asoka. Okay. Mr. Gautam Mandal. Mr. Asad Ali. Mr. Uttam Bhunia. Mr. Samarpan Kindo. Mr. Chanu Sutradhar. Dr. Jayashree Patil Dake. Dr. Dhanya Panoli.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Dr. Jayashree Patil Daki here. I'm also present.
Thank you. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to you all in this session. And it is my kind request to you, kindly wind it up within 6 minutes. We are running short of time. And so I'm asking Dr. Mohammad Suhail Mir, please present your presentations. And yes.
Yeah, sure.
So should we go off? Have you taken the screenshot? I mean, have you taken the picture?
Yes. All of us,
Just
no?
remind us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall I start?
Yes, sir. Please. Thank you so much.
So, my topic is impact of land use land cover change on socio-economic and regional climate change over North Kashmir. So, I will start my presentation from introduction, then I will go for pilot study, then research objectives, material methods, results, and then finally conclude. So starting, what is the land use and land cover? There will be some persons from other backgrounds. So little bit briefly, I will discuss the land use and land cover. Land cover is defined as the surface cover on the ground like vegetation, urban infrastructure, water, air, etc. Land use is defined as the total arrangement activities and inputs that people undertake in a certain land over time. Then we will go for climate change. Climate change, the change in statistical distribution of weather pattern, when that change lasts for an extended period of time. Climate change over the Kashmir Valley has influenced the land use, land cover, and socio-economic change in vice versa.
Dr. Mohammed,
Different
sorry to
techniques
interrupt.
and procedures are being followed to monitor these changes. And remote sensing and GIS has provided the better interpretation technique as well as integration of spatial and non-spatial data that has become easier and more time efficient for checking.
Dr. Mohammed, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Actually, your presentation is not moving. Can you make it in a presentation mode and resume your presentation, please?
It is in presentation mode, I think.
It was not moving, so you can
Now,
start in. No, sir, it's not.
It is moving.
it may take time. Just hold a minute. It's not moving, sir. It's not in a presentation mode.
Wait, I will stop the sharing and I will share again.
That will be good.
Now it is
Absolutely
okay?
fine, sir. Yes, please carry on.
Okay. So I was giving the introduction about the land use land cover, then we have understood the climate change, then we have understood different tools and techniques for monitoring this land use land cover change and climate change, and how we have linked the impact of land use land cover change and climate change. This is my study area. This is the northern area of the Kashmir. So I will give introduction about the geography of the study area, the topography, geography and geology of the study area. The topography of Kashmir is mostly mountainous. Karakoram range in the northern side, Pir Panjal range in the southern and west, and Zanskar range in the eastern side. Jhelum River and Indus River streams through the Kashmir Valley. The valley comprises of sedimentary, metamorphic and igneous rocks when we see the geological portion of the valley. The Kashmir Valley has a moderate climate, which is largely defined by its geographical location. It can be generally described as a cool in spring and autumn, mild in summer and cold in winter. The valley has experienced change in temperature and annual precipitation from the last few decades. About horticulture and agriculture are understood as the backbone of economy. Near about 80% of people are dependent on agriculture and horticulture sector in the valley. So the two types of changes result land use land cover change. One is anthropogenic activities, and one are other is man-made or others are natural activities. So these are some photographs I have shown in the form of natural activities like forest fire, landslides, wind, flood. These are the natural activities which result in land use land cover change. These are anthropogenic activities in the form of urbanization, overgrazing, forest fire, insufficient waste disposal, deforestation, constructing roads in the forest area or in the vegetation area, increase in pollution, urban explosion. These are the anthropogenic activities which result change in land use land cover in the particular area. So when we study an area, we first do some pilot study. Same way we selected a small area and we have done a pilot study. And what we did, we have analyzed the time series changes in land use land cover from different dates from 1972, 2005, and to 2013. That is Lidar Valley in Kashmir. So what we have done, we have imported the satellite data in the GIS format, and we have analyzed that horticulture, agriculture, and build-up in that particular area. What has happened in the horticulture, agriculture, and build-up? In this map, we are able to see the agriculture in 1972. It was very much, but when we see in 2013, it is very less. The same area of agriculture was converted to horticulture or build-up. So there were a number of reasons when we see the statistical analysis of agriculture and horticulture and build-up. So there is drastic change in agriculture that was converted to horticulture and build-up. So as we know, horticulture needs large amount of water during its irrigation to give the production. In this particular area, the only source of irrigation for agriculture was in the form of rain. When we see the rain in the form of, when we see the precipitation, because the precipitation was the only source of irrigation for the agriculture in that particular area. When we see the precipitation in the form of snow, because due to this melting snow from upper reaches that was going the downstreams and that was feeding, that was doing the irrigation to agriculture lands. So when we see the snow cover, the snow area was declining from 1980 to 2013. So that was the reason for change in agriculture to horticulture. Why people have converted to horticulture? Because horticulture needs less amount of water. So when this needs less amount of water, people have converted the same area to horticulture. And one more socioeconomic benefit of horticulture was the horticulture gives 6 times benefit as compared to agriculture. So for the financial needs, for economic development, people have converted the same area of agriculture to horticulture. And due to increase of population, the people have converted the area of agriculture to build-up. When we see the census of that particular area, the population was increased. Due to increase in population, the people have converted the build-up, the agricultural land to build-up area. So when we see the data from different sectors or different departments of Kashmir, the Department of Horticulture, they have provided a data. We have analyzed the horticulture area was increasing. So they have provided the data. We have analyzed the data. The horticulture area was increasing. The horticulture export was increasing. And same time, when we see the agriculture in the form of rice, the rice production was decreasing. So in this way, we have concluded that the agriculture was decreasing. Same area of agriculture was converted to horticulture and built up. So then we set our objectives by examining, we have our objectives by examining district-wise land use land cover change for North Kashmir as final resolution, and to analyze the impact of land use land cover change and their possible linkage with atmosphere, society, and water quality over the study area. These are some data sets we have used. So this is the methodology we have adopted. We have used the satellite data after georectification and pre-processing. We have delineated the land use land cover change. And from other side, same time, we have analyzed the climatic parameter. We have analyzed the water quality data. Same thing, same parameters we have linked with the change in land use land cover. So first we have started from district Baramulla. This is the map of land use land cover change of district Baramulla. So these are the classes we have generated in the form of agriculture, build-up, barren land, dense forest, horticulture, pasture, scrubs, forest, marshy land, water body. So these are the different classes we have generated. On going the statistical analysis, we came to know that agriculture, dense forest, water body, and marshy land was decreasing. Then other classes in the form of barren land, build-up, horticulture, pasture, scrub, and forest was increasing. So same things was happening here, which I have discussed it in the study area of leather. Same things were happening here. People have converted the agriculture land to horticulture because agriculture needs high amount of water. When we have analyzed the precipitation data of that particular region, the precipitation was showing the decrease. Due to decrease in precipitation, the people have converted to horticulture, and horticulture is the cash and commodity. It is economic benefits are too much as compared to agriculture. So people for the economic benefits have converted the area of agriculture to horticulture. And some area of agriculture was converted to build-up. There is no such increase in the build-up. Only 25% we have analyzed that there was change in build-up. So there was drastic change in water body area. So what has happened in the water body area? People have converted that same area of water body for build-up purposes, for other purposes, for agriculture purposes, or for horticulture purposes. So there was one more sector in the form of dense forest that was showing the drastic decrease. About 27% decrease was showing from 1979 to 2018. So due to increase in the population, the dependency of population was more on agriculture, on dense forest area. So because there was very less opportunities in the form of government jobs or other sectors, what people have done for their sustenance, they have deforested the area and they have sustained their livelihood. So what has happened due to increase in horticulture, there was increase in the black carbon in the study area. So how this black carbon has increased? So what is done in Kashmir Valley? There is a particular process that is called as pruning. In pruning, we are cutting the branches of that particular horticulture area, so that same branches are being used for getting the warmer, for burning to get the warmer, and for cooking the food, and for other purposes. Because due to heavy snowfall, the roads and everything is getting blocked. So the people use these agriculture byproduct for warmer purposes because there is minus temperature in the winter, and for the cooking purposes because there is shortage of gas and other things in the winter. So due to burning of this horticulture byproduct, that has shown increase in black carbon content in winter as compared to summer. So our results were consistent with the previous research. These are some references. They have done the research, and there is results were the same as our results. The horticulture generated the 6 times benefit as compared to agriculture, and increase in the horticulture resulted in increase in black carbon. With this black carbon, there was increase in temperature. As we have from this graph, we are seeing there was a drastic increase in temperature from 1980 to 2018. Due to increase in temperature, that will impact the future climatic scenario of this particular area. So these are some photographs.
Could you please wind up because we're running late?
Yeah, I will wind up. These are some photographs. I'm showing you how there was deforestation has taken place on the field. We have taken these photographs. So these are some literature. Some papers are there that are showing the same results, in which there was a decrease in the dense forest area. Due to decrease in dense forest area, the evapotranspiration has impacted. We have analyzed the evapotranspiration that was also showing the decreasing trend. Due to decreasing trend, that will impact the precipitation scenario. When the precipitation scenario is impacted, and that has impacted the agriculture area. When agriculture area is impacted, agriculture area was converted to, that was shifted to horticulture. With the increase in horticulture, there was increase in black carbon. And with the increase in black carbon, the study area has faced the increase in temperature, as we have seen from this. So these were some GPS points we have taken in the field in order to rectify our classification with the error matrix. So same procedure we have followed in other districts. This is the district Bandipora. The same things we have found out here. So these are some GPS points. This is the error matrix. I'm going quickly because we are running short of time. So there is one of the largest freshwater lake. We have analyzed the land use land cover changes and climatic scenario of that particular lake. So it was also showing their agriculture and water area of that particular that catchment was decreasing. So this is a drastic change in the lake from 1979 to 2018. So in 1979, the area of water was 58 square kilometer. That has decreased to 14.72. You can imagine the Asia's largest freshwater lake that has going decline from 58 square kilometer to 14 square kilometer. So same parameters we have applied here and same results we got. So then we have analyzed the land use land cover changes in district Kupwara. This is one more district in the northern area of Kashmir. So we have analyzed the land use land cover changes. Same things we have applied, same methodology we have applied here. So we got the same results we got. Agriculture was decreasing, dense forest was decreasing, and water body was decreasing. And rest other classes in the form of barren land, build up, agriculture, pasture, plantation, scrubs, forest was showing the increase. So same results we have find out here. Same the forces we have find out here. This is the GPS. These are the GPS points we got from the field in order to make our classification more accurate. This is the kappa coefficient we have calculated. From these we got there was increase in population. When there was increase in population, there was increase in build-up. When there was increase in build-up, there was decrease in the forest area because the population got more dependent on the forest area. They have deforested to earn their livelihood. And the water area, especially the water bodies that has impacted. Due to a decrease of these water bodies and dense forest area, we concluded that there was impact, there was decrease in evapotranspiration. When there was decrease in evapotranspiration, there was decrease in precipitation. When there was decrease in precipitation, that has impacted the agriculture area. When there was like decrease in precipitation, the people have converted the agriculture area to horticulture. When there was increase in horticulture, there was increase in black carbon content in the atmosphere of that particular region. When there was increase in the black carbon, as we know, black carbon is one of the main source for increase in temperature. And from this study, we got that there was drastic change in temperature, drastic increase in temperature. So in future, this will impact the precipitation pattern, and this will result in droughts and floods in that particular area. So due to these land use land cover changes that was taken place from few decades, that has resulted the precipitation change in precipitation pattern. Recently, in 2019, we witnessed a drastic and erratic shift in the snowfall pattern. This has huge impact on horticulture, agriculture, and tourism sector on the economy of the particular study area. During November, we did not receive this. Usually, the valley does not receive any type of snowfall. But in 2019, the November received an erratic snowfall. So this is the November is also considered as the harvesting season. So when there was erratic snowfall, this was the November is considered as the harvesting season for apple, for agriculture, for horticulture, for other sectors. So this erratic snowfall has impacted these type of varieties, and indirectly or directly, this has impacted the economy of the particular area. So in order to study the erratic snowfall, we
Dr.
have analyzed the
Suhail,
cloud cover, relative humidity, surface
Dr.
temperature
Suhail,
from the
sorry
6
to
to 8
interrupt
November
again.
2019 over the Kashmir Valley. So these are the parameters we have analyzed. These were providing the favorable conditions for the heavy and erratic snowfall. This is the data we got from IMD Srinagar, and this is the distribution map from different dates from 6, 7, 8, 9 November. So we are able to see how this was not heavy, but this was the erratic snowfall. This erratic snowfall has impacted the. Actually, this is the graph we are showing. Due to this erratic snowfall that has impacted the high hilly region. There was landslides, there was snowfall avalanches where they are in high hilly areas. So in one area, due to snow avalanche, that has resulted the casualties, that has impacted the army camp, that has resulted multiple casualties.
Dr. Suhail, could you please sum up, because it's more than 15 minutes. So please allow others also to be present. And there is some technical issues as well within few, like there is a particular time period after that Zoom link is going to be
actually the
ended up.
topic is more interesting. That is why I want to discuss with this and I want to get the solution.
Please sum it up. If anybody has any questions, they will come up.
These are some photographs that are showing the horticulture, that is heavy snowfall during the horticulture peak season in November. So you are able to see how the apples are on the tree, and there is a heavy snowfall that has damaged the apple industry. And one photograph you are seeing, the first photograph that was awarded the best photograph of the week from Royal Meteorological Society of London. So there were another heavy to very heavy snowfall events in the month of December 2019 and Jan 2020. More than 140 centimeter of snowfall was recorded in a single day. That has broken the record of the last few decades. This is the history. So same procedure we have applied for analyzing the heavy snowfall events. We are able to see the 140 in a single day. That is a history that has never been happened before. This is the snowfall we have analyzed. So another thing we have analyzed is the impact of land use land cover on water quality. So what is done in that particular area for increasing the productivity in that in horticulture as well as in agriculture? The farmers or the people use fertilizer. They use the different types of things they use in order to use the productivity, in order to increase the productivity. What is then? These chemicals, they are drained towards the water bodies due to heavy rainfall, due to snow, or due to other agencies. We have collected the water samples, and we have gone for analysis we have analyzed the pH, turbidity, total chloride, nitrate, ammonium, total phosphorus, calcium. So we have analyzed it. There was increase in certain elements, as total phosphorus was showing the increase above the limits, as calcium was showing the increase from above the limits according to the WHO standards. So with this, there were several cancer cases in that region. So we can say that due to the different people who have published that due to these pesticides, due to these insecticides, due to these fertilizers, due to these things that are being using for using for the healthiness of that particular crop or particular plant. So that has resulted increasing in the case of cancer, brain cancer, other cancer. So this is the conclusion of my study, that the studies highlights the change in land use land cover, and that has linked with the environment in society. The study provides the latest ground report, influence of land use land cover change on atmosphere and society. The study forecasts the future rice import demand in the research area and other states. The population has 90% rice recoveries in the study area. The study provided the anthropogenic role in changing the land use and cover change. The study highlights the importance of conserving nature for the welfare of society and environment. The outcome of study will be beneficial for disaster mitigation, policy making, economic development, and sustainable development for the study area. If the speed of horticulture practices is increasing in future with the same speed, that will add the fuel for deteriorating the health of that particular area of the study area. So if the health is impacted, and everything will be impacted. There are some recommendations, that strict policies that we should follow, that the people should be aware about the effects of the land use and water. These are some publications we have published on this. So thank you. Any query? Hello.
Thank you, Dr. Sohail. So, Professor Pokhrel, can we take any questions? A single question?
There is virtually no time left now because there are so many presentations to be covered, and then the speakers have been taking more time than allotted to them. So I think we should go for another presentation. How many presentations are there now?
We have total 11 presentation. Out of that, only one done.
Well,
So
two done. Two done so far.
yeah, except the lead talk, the presenters, Mohammed Sohail, and we have 10 more. Yes, sir.
So no, let's go for the presentation. Yeah.
Exactly. Sir, I'm asking, Dr. Sohail, I'm asking you to kindly put off your screening. So, yes, thank you so much. And this is a kind request to all of you. Kindly make it short and crispy so that we can find the interesting questions to ask you, and remaining time as well. And this is for your kind information. Within like this has a very short limited period we have. After that, that link will going to be automatically off. So please give the time to other presenters as well to present their research areas. So this is a kind request to all of you. Okay, and do not and allow us also have a questions to all of you. Thank you so much, and I am requesting Mr. Mrinal Kanti Roy to present his presentation. Are you there, Mr. Mrinal Kanti? Mr. Mrinal Kanti? Hopefully he is absent, or still now he is absent. So I am asking, may I request Dr. David A. Lalram Chulla or Dr. P.C. Lalrindka?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
Dr.
available.
P.C. Lalrindka, welcome, and please make your presentation short and crispy. Whatever you have made, not in a mind, but please complete it within a time, making it 6 minutes on your hand. Now, time to you.
Is my presentation?
Yes, very much, sir.
Okay. Here we can see the topic, the affiliation, and moving to the introduction. Morphometric analysis is a scientific method, and it can be significantly employed to understand a drainage basin's hydromorphological characteristics. But the physical attributes of a basin are spatially diverse, so prioritization of watershed was desirable to obtain precise information for effective soil and water conservation. And the advent in remote sensing and GIS technology efficient for this purpose. This morphometric in the regions of the East Himalayas. These regions are vulnerable to hydrological challenges such as soil erosion, rapid runoff, etc. Moreover, proper land and large-scale deforestation have severe intensified these issues. Therefore, the main objectives of the are to analyze parameter watershed level and to prioritize these watersheds for implementing sustainable soil and water conservation measures. This section map of the study area, that is Ichang River Basin, it is about 1,570 point per kilometer, and it covers parts of 6 of Indian topographical sea. This flowchart illustrates the methodology in the study. Pre-processing and TOPSIS was done using ArcGIS software, and the extracted one is used to geometric parameters comprise the linear relief aspects. And for sub-watershed prioritization, linear and to be critical determinant for evaluating soil erosion and groundwater potential. Finally, compound parameter values are computed to decide the priority of each sub-watershed. Tables show the data sets used and their sources. Are the morphometric parameters used in this study. The results and findings section, we can observe that the parameter, therefore it suggests that the basin has a moderately permeable and runoff. With respect to the aerial parameters, the findings reveal that most subwater sets are somehow elongated in shape. This in moderately high peak flow and active processes implies moderate potential for groundwater recharge. And the three morphometric aspects depict high values. This indicates a significant capacity discharge and sediment transport. Therefore, erosion is generally high, while groundwater prospects remain concerning the relief aspects. Prioritization, all the subwater were assigned based on the parameters relationship with erosion and potential. Linear parameters are directly related to erodibility and groundwater potentiality. The highest value rank 1, and the lowest value 14, as there are water sets. On the other hand, real parameters have relationship. So were done in opposite, which lower values were given, and so on. Then the compound parameter values were computed just by taking average ranks from all the parameters. And based on the computed values, categorized into 3 priority zones, 4 to 6 as high priority, 7 as moderate, and 7 to 9 as low priority. And the results reveal that 8 from the 14 subsets are under high priority zone. 3 subwater sets are under moderate priority level, and 3 subwater sets under low priority. And this map represents the distribution of priority levels in the 14 subwater sets. And the table is their area coverage, and we can observe more than half of the basin is about 60% of the total geographical area is highly prioritized, meaning these regions require immediate actions towards the conservation of soil resources. Coming to the conclusion, study analyzed morphometric parameters using geospatial tools to prepare the Tuichang River Basin for effective implementing soil and water conservation measures. And the aerial aspects of morphometric parameters were selected for the compound value prioritization. Ranks are assigned to the subwater set based on the influence of each parameter, like I have said in the earlier. And based on the 8 subwater sets were under high priority, while 3 subwater sets each under the moderate and low priority level. A priority-wise classification map will help identify those areas which have surplus or deficit water potential, and those areas which are vulnerable to erosion compared to water sets. And the a rugged hilly terrain and hardly accessible on most parts. Furthermore, it is an ungated river basin. Therefore, this research will provide reference or guideline for decision makers immediate soil and water conservation for water set management. For comprehensive soil and water conservation, agronomic practices such as contour farming, manure application, etc., are primarily suggested, mainly due to their affordability and simplicity. And policymakers are encouraged to allocate funds for repeat effective conservation and management works. We recommend prioritizing immediate action in the most critical zones if possible for the whole basin. And with that, I will my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lalrindika. It's very nice and short presentations. We may keep, if you have anybody has any questions, you may post it in chat and doctor can give you an answer over there, or at the end of this session, we can take up all those questions to all of you. So please be online, all of you. It's a kind request till the end of this session. So may I request you, Dr. Lalrindika, please put off your sharing mode. And I'd like to invite Mr. Abdelaziz Asoka, if you are here, to present your research.
Hi,
Please.
everyone. You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. And this is again a kind request, sir. Please finish it within time. Probably by 8 minutes is the last.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, yes. The presentation appear clearly on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are seeing it.
I can begin. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdelaziz Asuka, and I'm honored to present my research titled Geological Assessment of Mineral Resources in the Safi Basin, Northwestern Morocco. Implications for Sustainable Development and GIS Applications. This study is a collaboration with Dr. Zorair Rami and is part of my doctoral research at the Ayad University in Morocco. Let's begin. Here is the outline of my presentation. I will start with an introduction to the study area, followed by the research objectives and methodology. Then I will present the results and discussion and conclude with recommendations for sustainable development. Introduction. The Safi Basin is located in northwestern Morocco along the Atlantic coast. It features a flat landscape with elevation up to 500 meters. This region is known for its rich mineral resources such as clays, limestones, and gypsum, which are essential for ceramics construction and industrial applications. The geological features of the basin make it significant area for mineral exploration. So our main objectives are to utilize GIS for geological mapping and resource analysis, to conduct sedimentological, lithostratigraphic, and petrographic studies to better understand the geology and identify potential sites for exploitation, to evaluate how this resource can support sustainable development in the region. So, about methodology, our methodology combines GIS-based geological mapping with sedimentological, lithostratigraphic, and petrographic studies. This approach allows us to analyze the mineral composition and identify area with the most economic potential. So, geological overview, the basin, also known as Abdadukala Basin, is part of the Mesozoic domain. It has a transgressive Mesozoic and Cenozoic cover over other formed Paleozoic basement, as shown in this geological map. To create this data map, I used GIS tools to process and analyze geological data. The geological feature presented here have been validated through extensive field campaigns, ensuring the accuracy and reliability of our findings. So, results and discussion, sedimentology. The sedimentological analysis reveals the three main sedimentary layers, each characterized by distinct facies. Clay facies, comprising brown and red clays, often laminated, and some layers show discoloration. 2. Limestone facies, bioclastic limestone, which is massive and occasionally marly. 3. Evaporitic facies, dominated by gypsum and dolomite deposits. These facies provide crucial insights into geological evolution of the basin and highlight the diversity of mineral resources in the area. Lithostratigraphic. The lithostratigraphic analysis of the Mesozoic series in the Safi Basin has identified C-scale formation ranging from the terminal Jurassic evaporative complex at the base to upper Oteravian Permian red sandy clays at the top. The stratigraphy includes diverse facies such as dolomitic, marl limestone, and breccious gypsum, with important units like the dreadrat limestones and red sandy clays. The Cenozoic cover consists of marl and dune sandstone. Clay deposits are found in multiple outcrops along the coastline and equaries, with 4 distinct horizon identifiers ranging from massive brown clays to grayish clays. These deposits are crucial for understanding the regional geology. Petrography. These images offer a macroscopic overview of the key minerals, gypsum, clay, and limestone, taken from well-known quarries in the Safi region. Gypsum is characterized by its white color and massive fibrous structure. Clay is distinguished by its brown and red colors with a stratiform layer structure. Limestone is recognized for yellowish color and the highly abundant massive structure. Each mineral has distinct properties that contribute its various industrial applications. To conclude, in the Safi Basin is rich in clay, gypsum, and limestone, essential for ceramics, cement, and plaster industries. Exploiting this resource can drive local economic growth and improve infrastructure. However, to maximize their potential, we need detailed studies of their physicochemical properties, geochemical and mineralogical analysis, and collaboration with research institutions. I recommend further research on raw material properties, thermal and geotechnical testing, and product quality improvement. Strengthening collaborations with research institutions will ensure sustainable and efficient resource utilization, benefiting both the region and national economy. Thank you for your attention. I will be happy to answer any question or discuss potential collaboration after this session.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Asoka. It's an wonderful presentations and your work gives a lot of insights for questions as well. May we take one questions if anybody has? If anybody has any question, please, you can carry on. Or you can also allow to put in the chat box so that we can discuss at the end. Thank you so much
Thank you.
again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. So may we ask Mr. Gautam Mandal? Mr. Gautam Mandal, are you online? As we are not getting any response, we shall go forward and we are going to ask Mr. Arshad Ali Sarkar.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you so much. And please complete it within time. Platform is yours.
I am audible.
Pretty much audible, but echo is coming. So it is advisable. Please put on any one system. You might have open to several systems surrounding you, please use only one system.
Okay.
Still it is coming. Echo.
Myself Asad Ali. এটা বন্ধ করতে পারছেন না?
Mr. Sarkar, kindly do fast and make your presentation in PPT mode.
শেয়ার হচ্ছে না কেন?
It is already in a share mode, Mr. Sarkar.
My screen is audible, visible, ma'am.
Your screen is visible but not in a PPT mode. You make it in PPT mode.
Okay, I am trying.
Or else you can just unscreen again and share it again.
Stop share. Is it shareable, ma'am?
It's still not in a PPT mode. You make it in PPT mode. Yes, pretty much good. You please carry on.
Okay, thank you. Myself Asad Ali Sarkar. The topic or title of my thesis is a GIS-based approach for identifying the potential ecotourism site in Bankura district, West Bengal, India. Actually, ecotourism is a sustainable form of tourism that minimizing the negative environmental impact and maximizing the benefit for the local communities. It has immense or great opportunity for tribal communities to earn income through ecotourism activities by different activities like tour guiding or etc. If we look the different definition of ecotourism, it will be clear that ecotourism and tribal are correlated or dependent each other. According to GIFAR, ecotourism is a form of tourism inspired primarily by the natural history of an area, including its indigenous culture. Here, this indigenous culture means the tribal people or aiming at directly benefiting the conservation of the site and the economic well-being of the local resident. That means indigenous people or indigenous or tribal people or local stakeholder. My aim is to find out the best ecotourism place in Bankura district based on integrated MCDA approach, integrated GIS based AHP and also TOPSIS method.
Sir, our session will end in 2-3 minutes. Please conclude it.
Okay. This is my study area, Bankura district. These are 12 variable, my variable, lively elevation, topographic roughness, slope, distance from geo site, distance from cultural site, distance from forest, distribution, distance from surface water body, distance from river, distance from tribal village, distance from transport network, and also infrastructure and security center. This is my flow chart of the both TOPSIS and AHP. These are the variable and these are two methods. These are my variable. At first, it is the distance from forest map and lastly distance from transport network. These are my thematic layer, which I prepared in ArcGIS. These are the Euclidean distance, and then reclassify it in ArcGIS. After preparing different thematic layers, I will check multicollinearity distances based on tolerancy and FIV indicator. These are free from multicollinearity, and also they are not highly correlated in a chart which I had prepared in RStudio. These are the TOPSIS method. I apply entropy method by which I calculate of 12 variable which are listed in right. My second step is normalize the decision metric. Next, compute the weight, normalize matrix, ideal positive solution, and next step will be calculated in next all steps are calculated in RStudio. These are my P on the basis of P value. I will draw the map in ArcGIS. In AHP method, it is provided by SERB, by which I will calculate. I calculate the pairwise comparison matrix. These are the pairwise. This is the pairwise comparison matrix, and in the left, it is the TOPSIS result, and right, it is the AHP method model. And extremely sorry, I cannot complete the model validation. And thank you all of you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sarkar. It's a nice presentations
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
your
Ma'am?
work is really appreciated.
Ma'am, how many presentation has left?
We have 6 more. So yeah,
Ma'am, please
but
try to end the session as soon as possible.
okay. So I think all of the presenters are aware about that. So kindly make it by 5 minutes your presentations. So that we can complete it within time frame, because I have already be informed that this link is going to be collapsed within a time frame. So next presenter is Mr. Uttam Bhunia.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please present your work within 5 minutes. Thank you.
I am Uttam Bhunia, ma'am. My research topic, assessment of ecotourism potential in Jhargram district of West
Are you
Bengal, India.
are you presenting any PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
But it is not there. We cannot see your presentation. I would like to request you kindly share your presentation. Can you able to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. It is coming up approximately. Good way. So, and make it presentation mode. Yes, very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Carry on.
Ma'am, my research topic, assessment of ecotourism potential in Jhargram district of West Bengal. A GIS and AEP based approach. And today's complex and often degraded environment divided society, privileged group and marginalized group. Ecotourism can join this. First group, the people seek peace and happiness in untouched nature as escape from their busy lives. And second group, of people struggle for essential needs like foods, shelters, and livelihood. Ecotourism as a form of sustainable tourism bridge these aspirations with supporting sustainable development by preserving natural and cultural environment and enhancing well-being. My study area, Jhargram district, which is located in the southwestern part of West Bengal. Actually, it is a tribal-dominated, newly formed district, separated from Paschim Medinipur district. The physical landscape is characterized by rolling hill, dense forest, river like Subarnarekha, Kamsavati, Tarafeni, and Dulum, monsoon climate, laterite, infertile agricultural land. Total area 3,000 approx square kilometer, population 1.13 million, population density 374 square kilometer, and 96.5% of rural populations, only 3% live in urban area. Literacy rate only 62% and men workers only 47% according to census 2011. The cultural landscape is popular for Santal, Munda, Sabar, Bhujmi, Lodha community with their unique traditional culture. Undulating topography due to unemployment due to undulating topography, infertile laterite soil, rainfall-dependent subsistence agriculture, landless, forest-based livelihood, etc., are obstacle to the district's socioeconomic development. But the district has potentialities for ecotourism. My study objective, assessment of potential ecotourism sites in the Jhargram district by AHP, analytical hierarchy process of a multi-criteria decision-making tools aimed to enhance employment opportunity for the local landless people. What is AHP? AHP, or analytical hierarchy process, is a decision-making framework developed by Thomas L. Setti in 1970. It is used to solve complex decision problem by structuring them into hierarchy of criteria and alternatives. So many research scholars use the AHP to identify the potential sites of ecotourism, but no researchers have done at micro level on Jhargram district, which is the unique physical and sociocultural dimensions of another place. For presentation, I use some primary and secondary data. 10 criteria like distance from geosites, elevation, slope, distance from forest, distance from river, distance from cultural site, land use and land cover, distance from tribal village, distance from accommodations, distance from major roads, identified by field visit and expert opinion. Secondary data collected from 4 major platform, Google Earth Pro
Ma'am, our
and
meeting will disconnect anytime, so please keep it fast.
GPS, SRTM DEM data, Sentinel-2 10-meter resolution, land use, land covers data, Atlas, and NASA SEDLIC village level socioeconomic data. That is the flowchart of my data use and methodology. SRTM DEM data used for determine elevation, slope, and rivers. Google Earth Pro used for geosites, hotel and homestay identification, cultural sites, roadmap. Earth NASA said used for tribal village identification. And
Sir, please
CSIR
try to conclude it.
Mr. Munia, you go to your result part because these things we can see. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay. This is the table that use the AHP process. AHP result CR value 0.27. That means it is acceptable. I use 10 thematic layer. These are, and it is the overlay analytical map where I see the northeastern part of Jhargram is highly potential and middle part of the Jhargram is highly potential. Other part of the Jhargram not potential for ecotourism. Ma'am, block-wise distribution of potentiality are here. This is the surroundings natural landscape of input to block, which is the very high potential zone. I use the techniques to validate the models. That is the first overlay energy map. There is the kernel density map where 56 hotel and homestay depend on 56 hotel and homestay. I see that where the high potentiality zone is located, and there is the kernel density is high.
Sir, please
That
try to
means
conclude it.
we create synergies among the government and non-governmental agencies with local people and increase our responsibility toward the guest as well as natural areas by proper identification of and planning of nature-based ecotourism in all over the country. Today's India will be rich tourist destinations of the world filled with wealth and cultural heritage. Our country will be filled with filled sound and self-sufficient, creating truly incredible India. Thank you.
You, Sarkar, within a minute time frame you have completed. It's really very interesting work you are doing on for the sake of good of the society. And I would like to urge you kindly also propagate this information to the local people so that the research could be goes to the grassroots level to sustain the sustainable development. No, and thank you so much. Please stop your sharing. I would like to ask Mr. Samarpan Kindo, please present your research within 4 minutes because we are lacking time. Please don't mind. This is because of technical issues. Yeah, please. Yeah, thank you so much. Mr. Samarpan Kindo, are you there? As we are not getting any response from Samarpan, we would like to ask Mr. Chanu Sutradhar. Are you there? Mr. Chanu Sutradhar? Okay. Dr. Jayashree Patil. Are you there? Dr. Jayashree Patil, I can see
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
you.
yes.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am. Please do it first. Please make it first is a crispy way so that we can able to give time to other presenters as well. Thank you so much.
Sure, sure.
Platform is
Actually, since I was the last, I was just, relaxed.
We have another presenter, so please make it first.
Yeah, but my number was last, so I didn't expect it, my announcement, but no problem. I'll do it. Can I share the screen?
Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So actually, I was supposed to be doing it with Jenerson, who was to join from Brazil, Amazon. And as I'm their corresponding author, and it's difficult for them to communicate in English, so I'm doing the favor. So he is a research scholar of our senior professor Flavio, who is a professor and at Rondonia State University. And I'm their corresponding author, Dr. Jayashree Patil Dake, myself. I'm also a faculty at economics in KPB Hinduja College of Commerce, Mumbai. And I also international collaborator for GITRIC, which is for Rondonia State University. So what we are presenting today is basically gentrification process and its asymmetry, or socio-criticism about the reality in Amazon. Are you people able to listen to me? Just give me
Pretty
some
much good.
confidence.
Pretty much
Thank
good.
you so much. So it's a phenomenon. I'll try to cover main points because I understand we have already crossed 4. Session was to get over by 4, right? So I know we are late. So I'll just take main points. So the gentrification is a process, is a phenomena that has socioeconomic connotations with a physical, cultural, and environmental nature, consisting of problems related to the conditions change in the substracts of society. So in the Amazon, progress resulting from development can be observed, and mainly after the installation of several hydroelectric plants that significantly change the living conditions of populations, motivating the abrupt displacement of human contingents, and which overload the urban centers in degrading way. So this process requires studies and socio-criticism that allows the better interpretation of the current situation. Therefore, the question is raised how to treat the asymmetric resulting from a gentrification in the Amazon scenario. And also the answer is like, to answer this question, a general objective of the study is to study the process of gentrification and its asymmetries through the socio-criticism. So this document is made up of topics, subtopics, and we will look into the theoretical and conceptual outlines. So I'll move to the main findings. Okay. So the main findings, yeah, there are the perspective to be worked on the urban planning. So these were the themes taken: urbanization, environment, technology, information, health, education. Yeah. And then, so what is in urbanization, policies that deal with the urbanization or urbanism must include the master plan, land use, occupational law, and real estate with registry, mapping of empty spaces, etc. Under environment, it is the policy that deal with the environment must include the service and distribution of drinking water, plastic waste can be covered, and monitoring the risk areas and sewage treatment. Under the themes like technology and innovation, the policies that can deal with technology and information that must include technology parks, incubators, and accessibility of citizens when serving via application. For health, the policies that deal with health must include the population coverage of primary health care, infant mortality, online applications, scheduling the public network. And education that deal with must complete the universalization of education, school dropout rates, school learning, and online enrollment, etc. And then we have policies. 1 minute, I'm not able to see this properly. Yeah. So then when we look at the indoor and environment and the outdoor or external environment, we look at the SWOT quickly. We can summarize. The strength is executive autonomy in the proposing or changing economic policies. And then there is a public policy for monitoring the master plan and zoning law periodically. Then there are opportunities at the external so in entire indoor environment, the weakness is also do not directly planning to measure public policies or international metrics, and it failing to identify the potential that allows the municipal development. The external, in that we have threats and opportunities. So threats are the public policies that are not aligned between the state, municipality, and society. And also in the case where there is a judicial determination to carry out certain acts. But the opportunities like to encourage, we can encourage commerce as a direct investor in public policies, like we have in India public private partnership, right? That kind of that kind of an opportunity exists. And we can use or the use of existing empty spaces in the municipality to promote the commerce. So we conclude. Is it okay, ma'am? So shall I conclude?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah. So in this way, the gentrification was accentuated in the municipality because there was a migratory flow of people from other federative states of Portobello, and resulting from the construction power plants, there was a economic use of enterprise to relocate traditional communities. And during this period, there was an expansion, considerable number of housing constructed in the that particular municipality. So these considerations together present the process of gentrification in the Amazon, because traditional communities that lived on the bank of the Madeira River and other parts of the city were relocated with the aim of proposing economic development of the municipality. So the proposed adequacy measures, the connected smart cities ranking was used, analyzing the SWOT matrix and the triangulation of literature and data presented in the body of the study, which made it possible to highlight the permanent routinian characteristics that must be taken into account in planning and considering the internal environment and former member of the Amazon municipality. So these are our references, and we thank you. So if you have questions, 1 minute, references, I'm not able to load. Yeah. So there is a network issue here. So I hope you could hear me. I could make some sense out of my presentation, or our presentation rather. Yeah. Any questions, please shoot. Thank you.
Yeah, we thank you so much, Dr.
Ma'am, this is
Jayashree.
already going in buffer time. Ma'am, please doing it fast.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I'll close it from my
Dr.
side. Don't worry.
Jayashree is already done.
I'm
Thank you
done.
so
I'm
much,
done.
Dr. Jayashree. We will put your questions at the last
Yeah.
if we
No
have
problem.
time.
Thank you.
Dr. Dhania, please go ahead with your presentations and try to make it within a time frame so that it could be possible to finish your presentations. Dr. Dhania, are you there? Yes. Dr. Dhania, if you're there, can you please, your voice is not audible.
Hi, ma'am. Hope
Hello.
it is audible now.
Please go ahead. Yeah, thank you.
Slide. I'm Dhanya from Department of Geography, Government College Chittoor, Palakkad. My topic is enhancing resilience by accelerating adoption of real-time climate risk management strategies among the rice farmers. So now everybody knows that all humanities knows that climate change is not a future problem of concern, and it is right now happening. So we have taken this particular area because this area is constantly under different kinds of pollutions. It is affected by floods, droughts, everything. Especially for the past 10 years, it is continuously one or the other event which is hampering the rice cultivation in this area. This area is actually the rice bowl of Kerala state. This river, Bharatapura river is originating from Anamalai River, area of Western Ghats. And the major methodology that I have used is climate profile analysis of the area, crop details, and the climate risk perceptions I have collected from the farmers, and installation of risk management infrastructure. Automatic rain gauges were installed, and agromet advisories were disseminated to the farmers through ICT tools, social media apps. And then we have attended farmers meets and conducted workshops to make them aware of the natural or regenerative farming methods, and more ecosystem based farming methods to the farmers. So the analysis shows that there is major change in annual temperature, and rainfall is in significant decrease, but every alternative year there is floods, and almost every year nowadays there is floods, and then dry spells and drought is occurring in every alternative year. So the crop loss index of paddy in the state, when we considered, Palakkad has the highest loss in crop loss index. So, and the temperature is very high in March. It has crossed this year. It has crossed even 44 degrees Celsius in the month of March. And rainfall, if you consider the major rainfall is occurring in the month of July, and during southwest monsoon season, and in northeast monsoon season it is in October. This is the annual range of rainfall. Just like the elevation characteristics, it has 5 meters elevation areas, as well as 2,500 meter elevation areas in the eastern sides of the basin. And similarly, the rainfall is like it has eastern side of the basin is receiving less than 1,000 millimeters of rainfall, and but the western side is receiving the tail end of the basin is receiving almost 2,500 millimeters of rainfall. So this is the risk perception that we collected from the farmers, and more than 28% of the farmers have pointed out that heavy rains and heavy floods are creating havoc in the rice farming cultivation. Then there are 18% is occurred by labor issues, and then 16% is from drought issues, and all these are the major risk perceptions presented by the farmers. And we have built critical infrastructures in 3 different locations of the basins. It's like head, mid, and tail end of the basin. And we have collected the rainfall data. Nowadays, we are collecting the rainfall data and disseminating to the farmers. And if you see that 44th week, we have received 167 millimeters of rainfall.
Ma'am, please try to conclude it.
Within 2 days, we have received it. So this is the type of agromet advisories we have disseminated to the farmers, and mostly it was in the form of organic farming methods, mostly we have restricted ourselves to regenerative farming methods, and the block level advisory given by the IMD, and combined with that we have consulted with the experts and then disseminated to the farmers for their risk management strategy. And these are the ICT-based and ecosystem-based adaptation options. Apart from the early warning systems and rain gauges, we have promoted green manure crops like dainja and sunhemp and azolla cultivations among the farmers. Now this year we could see that so many farmers are cultivating azolla in their farms, and then they are reducing their chemical fertilizer inputs. And they are going for, we have documented all the resilient varieties of rice which is cultivated in the area, and we have divided them into drought, saline, and then flood tolerant varieties, and this will be disseminated in the coming years too. And we have tried to rejuvenate the existing farm ponds, and we have taken the help from the NRGS workers, and then we have whoever was willing to take, at least the community ponds were actually rejuvenated through the NRGS workers, and LCC was also distributed, and certain kind of agronomic as well as horticulture crops, and for diversifying farming options, as well as for pest management strategies, we have distributed marigold seeds to the farmers. And these are the conclusions. Improved and customized weather forecast and weather information to the doorsteps of the farmers is critical, because most of the farmers do not have that Android phones. So the social media app is actually, there is a total digital divide still existing in that area. So the last mile connectivity has to be restored, because every year there is one or the other event which is happening, which is creating stagnating the farming cultivations in that area. Maybe in coming years it is really critical if farmers are continuing the cultivation with all these odds. Then we have provided agromet advisories, which was really useful. That was a comment we received from the farmers, and provided agromet advisories to on organic pest control measures, insect control measures. We have even distributed seeds for diversifying the farming options, especially the native seeds. From Huga collectives, there's a collective which is funded by UN, and they're collecting all the native seeds, so that we have tried to distribute among the farmers. Prioritize local need-based flood and drought management strategies, and more participatory stakeholder engagements are required in future as well to make them more aware of the incidents. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dhanya. It is really very informative presentation, and your work is really very much appreciated. It's ground-based work. It's very appreciated work you are carrying on. And so we are already at the end of our session. So is there anybody who are left? Gautam Mandal, are you there? Gautam Mandal, are you there? Mr. Mrinal Kanti Roy, are you there? So I think these presenters are absent from the beginning. So
May I audible?
yes, may I know who are you?
Chanu Sutradhar, actually I presented in afternoon sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Actually there is two session my name is entered.
Okay.
But at the afternoon I already presented my paper. Shall I need to move?
No, that's great. That's
Okay,
great.
okay.
You have already
Okay.
presented over there. That's great,
Okay.
Chanu Sutradhar. So we are already reached at our session. So may I ask our rapporteur, Subrata Maiti, please conclude this session with a gist and vote of thanks. So I think I'm so sorry our rapporteur is absent. Maybe. So let me give a vote of thanks with the gist of this session. It's a really a very comprehensive session we had. And I'm really very much thankful Professor Pokharel for giving his time. And this session, as overall, it was a multidisciplinary session. We had presentations across the world, from Amazon to from Amazon to Bangladesh, to Kerala, West Bengal. So it's a nice session, and we have also seen how beautifully presenters has co-linked the world wind circulation pattern to local level, or you can say regional level weather phenomena. We have also seen how they have tried to come up with, to field-based investigations for rice cultivations, and as well as they have also trying to communicate with local people from the poor geographic, or the natural resource-rich geographical area, to come up with some kind of model for sustainable development, to sustain along with the development, but with not harming the nature. Along with that, I am again thankful to all of you for presenting your presentations, and may I like to Professor Pokharel if he wants to say something.
Thank you, Manisha. You have already kind of made a synopsis of the whole presentation. So there is very little that I can say. It started with a very good, lead talk, and it addressed one of the, dominant kind of a problem in India as well as Bangladesh about flood. Then after that, there are other, presentation which focused on land use plan, and it looked at the problem in Kashmir. And after that, there was yet another presentation by PC Lal Rindika. He focused on innovative approaches in GI. And then we had another presentation by Dr. Jayashree, again focusing on innovative approaches in geographical research. And then Dr. Dhania, he